Hey there, everyone. This is Lady Nick, your social media red guide of TLCTown.com. I just wanted to come to you today for our first Travel Tuesday Traveler's Notebook series. And this is just the year at a glance that came with the book and share with you my setup real quick. I did pick up, as I mentioned before, a daily Moleskine notebook while I travel around Chicago locally, picking up more tips and tools for small business owners. But before I do that, I wanted to share with you the original, well, one of the new field notebooks I'm going to be adding on to the mix. So originally I had 4 field note size. I'm going to be including a 5th one. And for my Patreons, I went through the Kaye size, what I'm going to be using to schedule out, the different levels of participation that the Patreons choose to become involved in as we build the Artisan Admin Retreat Center. But that's another conversation for another video. I wanted to do a quick flip through because the original video I think was a little bit dark and it's been, kind of dark days here in Chicago as we move through the winter and head into the spring. So just wanted to give you a brief flip through of how I really like the Kaye, sectioning out the different posts that I'm going to be doing for my Patreon as well as the levels, keeps it from getting confusing, and also it marks like what I'm going to be producing for that specific day. So I always keep my notes handy. You're flooded with ideas and inspiration. You want to make sure you're on point with what you present for your video production. So that's the long story short, but Travel Tuesday is going to have their own section, their own playlist. So be sure to look to the section to the left to see the update. I actually use this specific Kaye while I'm on retreat, or staycation in Chicago. It has a gusseted pocket here in the back for my stickers, as well as my little notes I need to keep in mind while I post. So that aside, all of that information is going to go into these travel notes, whatever I want to transfer over for my Travel Tuesday series, my 10,000 hours that I've logged in. So I have a full year ahead of me, especially I use those booklets for my summer socials, and I'm gonna, go back through them and pick out some of the things that I want to use in 2017 to expound on. So it's going to be a pretty good year. So if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below, or just, leave me a direct message. Also, I printed out an extra copy of the DIY travel notebook insert, so I can keep track not only of when I post, but which level that I post. So, try to stay on track. Even though have a lot of ideas, certain ideas are better presented at certain times. So if you have a question, about event planning, let me know in the comment section down below. I've had a few years of experience and definitely look forward to just, empowering administrative assistants as well as executive administrators. So just doing a brief flip through of the daily. I know I did it before in previous videos, but once again, now that the weather is cooperating a little bit, and I have a little bit better equipment, I'm just doing a flip through. So like I mentioned before, I use this first part as an index since I picked it up, late in January. And then I marked off special sections for specific topics that I want to remember to discuss. And of course, I have 365 days. And surprisingly, this also came with stickers and the gusseted pocket. I'll definitely find a use for that. course, I put the sticker if you're aware of the quality control person. Small business owners, everything matters. And I looked up the downloaded files that you can get for free. Didn't find them useful at the moment, but I'll keep a sticker, just in case I need to reference that page again. It might come in handy later this summer. I'm not doing a no spend this summer, but I am doing, whatever I have in the shop, I'm using that. And I'm going to be repurposing some of my planners in order to make sure I use up everything that I currently have before I purchase something new. So what I'm going to be doing is definitely taking my Coach purse as a cover for all of this and pulling everything together. I cleaned it off, and I really, even though I wanted to switch to a new color, I really like the durability of this. And when you're moving in and around and about corporate America, the culture is still the same. It hasn't changed too much, so every time I pull my planners out, I do want to just use them individually. So I'll pull out a daily, if I'm in a corporate setting, and then probably when I have some downtime, I'll use the little books, to reference what I want to post for the day. I still have a little bit more room on the side, so I might uh, make a pin and pencil pouch to put on the side, or leave that for my camera phone. I haven't decided yet, but I'll let you know by next week the complete and full setup. So there's my red Pilot G2 pin, my black Micron, and last but not least, my black Pilot G2 pin. So in case I need to find some paperwork on out and back. But that's it pretty much for my setup right now. If you have any questions, once again, let me know in the comment section down below. This is Lady Nick, your social media red guy for tlctown.com. Until we see each other face to face, take care.